last video, I talked about spousal benefits for divorced people. And so in this one, we're going to talk about survivor benefits for divorced people. So the first rule that you want to keep in mind when it comes to divorced survivor benefits is what happens if you remarry. So let's say you have a marriage that's lasted for at least 10 years and a divorce happens, and then sometime later, your ex-spouse passes away. If you remarry before age 60, you will not be entitled to survivor benefits based off of your ex-spouse. Now, if the second marriage ends, then you revert to qualifying for those benefits. However, if you remarry after age 60, then you will still qualify for survivor benefits based off of your ex-spouse. And this is important because survivor benefits are almost always, in fact, I can't think of an example where this wouldn't be the case, survivor benefits are higher than spousal benefits. So let's jump into the example that we were using for spousal benefits for divorced people to see how divorced survivor benefits work. Okay, so in the last video, we talked about spousal benefits, and we're going back to our same example of Jack and Jill. So in the last video, Jill claimed we were looking at her options for a divorced spousal benefit. Now, this is one important difference for spousal versus survivor divorce benefits. Spousal benefits are based off of your ex-spouse's PIA, or primary insurance amount. Your divorce survivor benefit is based off of what your ex-spouse was actually receiving if they were already claiming Social Security. So let's look at an example of that. So for a divorce spousal benefit, Jill's amount is going to be, she will get a full 50% of Jack's PIA of $3,000 if she waits until age 62 to claim, or forgive me, until age 67, her own full retirement age. It's important to note that it doesn't matter when Jack claims, like if he claims it at age 62 or 63, 64, she's not going to be penalized if she waits until her full retirement age. Now, on the flip side, if Jack waits until age 68, 69, 70 and receives some bonuses for delaying his Social Security, Jill won't benefit from those. She won't get any of that as through a spousal benefit. The max that she can get is 50% of Jack's PIA. Now, when it comes to survivor benefits, it changes. So Jill's benefit is going to be based off of when she claims the benefit, but also when Jack was receiving, the age at which he claims Social Security. So first, let's look at a plain vanilla scenario where Jill claims, or let's say Jack claimed his Social Security at his full retirement age. So first, let's look at survivor benefits for this kind of basic scenario where, like I said, Jack claims at his full retirement age 67. So if he claims at age 67, as a survivor for Social Security survivor benefits, Jill has actually some greater flexibility. She could claim as early as age 60, and if she does that, then she's going to get 71% of Jack's benefit, his age 67 benefit, which would be, as you can see here, 100% would be $3,000. But if she claims it, so if she waits until age 67, forgive me, then she'll get 100% of Jack's benefit. If she claims it earlier, you can see that she gets 95% if she claims it a year early, 91%, and so forth. It keeps going back. With survivor benefits, there's one of the neat things is you have some greater flexibility. She could claim a survivor benefit as early as age 60, which is kind of cool. I'm not going to go into the detail for this video, but it's also the case that if Jill is, let's say, raising children from Jack, so Jack passes away, then and Jack and Jill had children together. Depending on the age of those children, 16 or younger, Jill would receive an extra amount of money as a caretaker of a child of the deceased or of her ex-spouse. And actually that child would also receive a benefit independent of those two benefits. So kind of interesting, but I won't go into the detail for this video. Now, now this is kind of the plain vanilla scenario. Let's go into a different scenario where Jill is going to claim a Social Security, her survivor benefit, but Jack claimed his early. So if Jack claims his at age 62, that means he would have been receiving about $2,100 a month instead of the $3,000. So you can see here, if Jill claims as early as age, she can still claim as early as age 60, but now she's getting a percentage based off of, she's getting a reduced percentage. The benefit is basically reduced because Jack claimed at age 62. And you can see here that the max that she can get if she waits until full retirement age is 82%. The rules aren't quite the same as far as the reduction factors. There was another law that was passed back in the 70s actually to provide a little bit of extra benefit for divorced survivors. But you can see that Jill's benefit is basically going to be reduced by these percentages. So the max that she can end up getting is 82.5% of Jack's full benefit. So now let's see what happens if Jack claimed his benefit at age 70. So this is another difference with survivor benefits compared to spousal benefits. And again, divorce survivor versus divorce spousal. For the survivor benefit, she will actually get a percentage of the benefit he was receiving. So if Jack didn't claim at age 67 and he waited until age 70 to claim his benefit, he would have been getting more than $3,700. So let's say that he passes away and then Jill claims her survivor benefit. If she claims as early as age 60, she'd be getting 71% of what he was actually getting. So you can see that her benefit would actually be $2,659. And we'll go all the way, if she claims at age 67, then she would be getting Jack's full age 70 benefit. So let's run through an example where, let's say that Jack and Jill married for 10 years, then they're divorced, and Jill is already retired and she was receiving divorced spousal benefits. So let's say she had claimed that, and at age 67 she claims a divorced spousal benefit. She's receiving $1,500 a month, adjusted for inflation. Each year she's getting that. Then some number of years later, Jack passes away. Now, when Jack passes away, Jill, her benefit transitions from a divorced spousal benefit to a divorced survivor benefit, where she would flip over and start receiving the benefit that Jack was actually receiving. So, for this little scenario we're talking about, I'm assuming, Jack claimed his benefit at age 67. But so she would flip over and get, his full benefit adjusted for inflation, depending on, how many years down the road, he passed away. Now, what's pretty cool here is that even if Jack had claimed his own benefit early, so let's say he claimed it at age 62, then even in that scenario, Jill would go from receiving $1,500 a month to receiving, adjusted for inflation or cost of living adjustments, she would still flip over to the survivor benefit and get a pay raise. So it's important to note when you're thinking about your own retirement and Social Security benefits, they have a huge impact on your overall financial stability as a retiree, even if you're divorced. And you can see that kind of understanding all this is going to have a huge impact on your plans for retirement and what goes on. So yeah, hopefully this has been helpful, and I'll catch you next time.